In the early 1970s, Gil-Scot Heron tried to warn us that the revolution would not be televised. He was speaking to a generation who watched images of war and protest on flickering black and white screens, never really understanding the weight of those battles. To them, the revolution existed only through their television. He was calling out a media machine that was designed to pacify, to sell things, not to stir our moral compass. Fast forward half a century, here's Kendrick Lamar, arm full of Grammys, invited to perform on one of the biggest stages of the world, the Super Bowl. So he climbs on top of a Buick GNX and declares the revolution is about to be televised, flipping the script with an audacious take on Gil's cautionary words. But Kendrick isn't contradicting him. He's exposing how our modern spectacle of a society still tries to package revolution into bite-sized entertainment. How we stare at our phones, confusing watching with doing. What Kendrick did was comment on America's racial tension, red, white, and blue costumes forming a split flag. Samuel L. Jackson, a man born in the era of Jim Crow, who was an usher at the funeral of Martin Luther King Jr., portraying an Uncle Sam who openly criticizes Kendrick. It's a brilliant choreographed warning about the illusion of unity when injustice is sitting just below the surface. Kendrick Lamar had a choice. He could have gone up there and done a fun show, but instead he tried to use the platform to call out presidents, big corporations, and even make some public jabs at fellow rappers. Because revolution, as Gil insisted, isn't a comfortable show that you tune in for. It's a confrontation that you can't escape. You can't find that kind of authenticity on sanitized broadcasts. This was real-time tension, high-stakes drama for the whole world to see. And with a final piece of irony, he ended the set with his track TV Off, telling us to reject the screens that feed us half-truths and illusions. Gil-Scot Heron's message still stands. True change will not be gift-wrapped by television networks or smartphone apps. But Kendrick used that same machine to demand that we pay attention. It's proof that the stage might be bigger, the technology might be more advanced, but the revolution at its heart is still personal, is still messy and unpredictable. Whether it's 1970 or 2025, if you're not a part of the action, you're just a spectator. And that, as Gil would say, is no revolution at all.